Yo, we are live. I'm David Washington, Joel Hawksley, David Washington. You can't make this shit up. We are live at this time at the Oxford Sports Pub and Secret Society here in Altamont Springs, Florida. Joel,
Did you say live or alive?
we're alive. It is our content creation Thursday, and it's been quite the week, as every week is, and so much going on.
So I'll tell the audience that David is quick. Like David gets content instantaneously. So all my stuff comes later. So luckily yesterday I came across this phenomenal situation because you can't make this shit up.
There's
right?
a little firestorm going on.
So Jason Aldean, let me tell you, Jason Aldean is a country music artist, very successful. I mean, he has
20 million records sold.
he has things that are triple platinum.
Yes,
He has awards that nobody else, he's had more recordings on the charts than anybody else has.
all right.
Like he's had hits, like he's had hits after hit after hit. So when you think of Jason, you think, oh, hillbilly kind of backdoor country. You kind of like you think of the small town.
Yeah.
You think of somebody who was raised, in a laid back environment.
Country.
Because he talks truly about tractors and he's fun. If you listen to his music, it's pretty fun.
Okay.
So saying all that, if you don't know Jason, go to your iTunes or your Spotify, look up You Can't Make This Shit Up. Oh no, I mean look up Jason Aldean. So David, CMT for an entire weekend played the video
Okay.
to the song Don't Do You. Oh God, it just left my head. You wouldn't do that in a small town.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So this song came out in May as a single.
It's been out for a while. Yes.
So it's out there, it's being played, but the video came out last week. It comes out and it plays for an entire weekend. CMT, under pressure, has taken it down.
Right. Even though it's been out since May.
The song, everybody's heard the song.
Right.
So
what's the controversy?
now they want to say, okay, well, they decided to do it in a certain spot. Well, wait a minute. There's many a movie that's been done in front of the Tennessee Capitol building, even though the Capitol building has some, negative
connotations.
Yeah. The fact that they did it in front of the Capitol, just the fact that they took a lot of real news clips of violence.
There we go. Okay.
So I think I'll wait I just want to hear your opinion right now because I do have a way of coming into what I want to speak about.
So if I understand it correctly, Aldean is very popular country singer, and this song was about being in a small town, growing up in a small town. They don't take this kind of, stuff that we see in urban centers and in large cities. I don't know if BLM was involved in all this. I did read the lyrics, so it doesn't poignantly address BLM or any entity. It just says, hey, we don't take certain things that we see are happening now, based on the images that were in the video in a small town. We just don't do that.
So the whole concept of what the song is talking about, try that in a small town, right?
Right.
So there's a video where somebody robs the store. There's this videotape of,
a woman spitting in
a woman spitting in
an officer's
face. They're really images that kind of hit you hard. But in small towns, you self-police because everybody knows everybody.
Right.
If Susan gets pregnant out of wedlock, everybody knows. So sometimes Susan moves out, has the baby, and then doesn't come back until she's married. Just trying to put that kind of into perspective, like everybody knows everybody's business.
Right. I think what was missed here is that first of all, there's the connotation of, a class war going on here. It's not racism or anything like that. If people think that this particular video is racist in its tone or content, they're out of their fucking minds, period. They're out of their fucking minds. Now, if you want to talk about class, that's a different story. Yes, when you think about the urban center, you're thinking about liberals, you're thinking about large populations of minorities. When you think about small towns, you think about conservatives. You're thinking about a more homogeneous population. You think about the Mayberry. When you think about urban centers, you're thinking about New York. You're thinking about Detroit, Chicago. And what was shown in the Aldine video was just stuff that it's going to get people to think, yeah, okay, all right, this is what he's representing urban centers as. Is this what he sees the other half of America as? Is this what liberalism is? He makes no bones about his conservative values. That's cool. I think it's more of a conversation, an argument about class than is anything. And I know in the lyrics, I read the lyrics. They talked about how, the communities take care of one another. Well, urban centers are made of communities. And in my neighborhood growing up, we did take care of one another. We were a community, a neighborhood within a larger city, and we did look after one another. The parents looked after one another's children. We looked after one another as, friends. So, I mean, there's some things that are kind of like a stretch in a way, like, what happens in this small community, in the country, in a small town. Yeah, some of those things do happen in
I'm sure.
urban city, in a large
I'm
town.
sure the sheriff got spit in the face by somebody. I'm sure. But everybody knew it happened.
I think that's taking it. Yeah,
I'm just saying
those type of incidents are taking it to an extreme.
I think the part to me, and I can see where their point comes from, is where in the lyrics it says, "Got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're gonna round up. Well, that shit might fly in the city. Good luck."
Right. And
okay, so that right there is okay. What he's talking about is the Second Amendment, which he supports. The Second Amendment. The government's not going to come after my gun. The old, you're going to have to pry it from my cold dead fingers, right? That kind of thing.
And when I saw that lyric, I just kind of shook my head because, when the government does come for us, you can have your little gun. You can have many little guns. They're gonna drop a fucking bomb from a drone on you before you even have a moment to pick up your gun. I mean, come on. And it's kind of playing into those tropes, like, oh, I got my gun and government's not gonna say, I was just thinking on the way to the Oxford. I'm like, some of the stuff in the video, because I saw a little bit of the video, I just turned it off because it's not my thing. But it was made to provoke an emotion.
Yeah.
And that's what music does. It's made to evoke an emotion.
Yeah.
The video takes it that much further. And yes, it triggers some folks. But again, it triggers folks who don't really think this piece of art out.
So Jason Aldean, this is how I picked up on it, because I don't typically follow him.
Right.
I used to listen to country music. I can listen to it every once in a while when it's on.
Right.
I listen to more pop lately. I don't know why, but
Right.
but I know Jason and I know his music, and some of his hits I absolutely adore. But to see him talking about, look at this. He actually tweeted. This is a Twitter thing.
Right.
So he actually tweets a tweet to have to explain himself. And you start going, now what in the what happened?
And that's a hell of a tweet. We have it on the screen. On the screen. That's a hell of a tweet. And then one of my favorite sayings is, "Thou protest too much." And he kind of went a little bit overboard. I get it. However, if you have to start explaining yourself, then maybe what you put out there wasn't really thought out. That's just my belief.
Well, the thing I have a problem with on his response is that he responded to a specific article, so he should have taken Variety on.
Sure.
So if you read the article written by Variety, you will know, well, he answered this, because he answers each thing that they accuse him of in order.
Right.
So this is him just really getting pissed off, because he believes what he was trying to say is, we got to stop this. We can't have this shit in the news anymore. We got to stop killing each other. We got to stop all this stuff. And Jason didn't even write the song.
Yeah, I have something to say about the actual, lyrics. So like, wow, this got people worked up, and that's wow. That's what that constitutes as lyrics,
dude. I thought to myself, I said, Joel, how much rap music have you listened to that absolutely like made you feel, makes your skin crawl?
Right.
Killing cops and all. I mean, it's just a ton of stuff, but you have the right to say it. That's the thing. You have the right to say it. This was not trying to inflict violence. This was not trying to make white supremacy even bigger. This was a country man saying, you try that in a small town, it ain't going to happen.
He found inspiration, got together with someone to write the lyrics, put it to some music, and there's your art.
There are 4 writers to this song.
Good Lord.
Took 4 writers to this song.
Joel, you and I could have wrote this on
oh yeah,
in our dreams.
I could have wrote this on a toilet paper and got it out there, because I mean, AI could have written this thing. I mean,
probably would have done a better job.
But I like the song because it is written for Jason. It's his style. Yeah. And I don't think he left anything out there. And I think he should have just absolutely not addressed this.
My final note, it touches on the class war that we're involved in. If people think differently, that again, if it's racist or whatever, they're missing it. They really are missing the whole point. And I mean, the differences that we perceive, there's not much difference between small town, big city. Very little.
My final thought on this is, if you think they had to think that hard to do that much to offend you, then you're stretching it, because you're telling me that all of this played into the fact that they wanted to get this message out. Bullshit. I do not believe anybody took that much time to say, this will get them mad. This will get them mad. So
Someone getting their emotions out.
it's not a lynching song,
No,
but the artist is being lynched for singing it.
Phil.
So
hey, hit the notification button so you know when our new content comes out. We're putting out so much. It's amazing. Our shorts, our reels, our long form content, short form content across so many different platforms. We're growing. We'll be on more platforms hopefully by the end of the year, to turn of the new year. Hey, we want to hear what you have to say. Whether you agree or disagree, we still want to hear it. And we do respond to our own comments. So please like, share, comment. Let us know what you think, not what you feel.